What's going on, you guys? So, yeah, I did a random late night live. It's not really late, but it's late for your boy. I don't normally do live this late, but I got some time today. And we got some things to talk about other than the topics that I got listed here. But I'm waiting till some people get in. Still setting up. What's going on, Roderick Brodniks? Salute, bro. Early in the building. Let's cook on it, bro. Yeah, we go cook on it, man. We go get to the nitty gritty of this because we heard this story before from Errol Spence Jr. We heard this story before from Errol Spence Jr. Will he fight, or will the winner of the Pacquiao Spence fight go ahead and unify with Bud? I think that's a question. I think that's a good question. Will Pacquiao or Spence unify with Crawford? I think that's something that we need to talk about. Of course, we heard Errol Spence in the Barbershop the other day. Good interview. It was actually a really good interview. Errol Spence said things that sounded really good. It sounded really good coming from Spence when he's in the barbershop and, when he's telling people what they want to hear. But whenever Crawford was available, whenever he was around, it was, what is he doing here? He ain't done nothing. The same old, same old. The same old, same old. Your boy. But other than that, before I cook on that shit, this guy, let me move this banner out the way. This guy right here, he says, I'm coming back soon. Pain made me stronger. I pray my enemies don't go through what I went through. See, this was only like 3 weeks ago when he said he had this illness. And then he comes back, like not even a month later, talking shit to Devin Haney. And he expects sympathy and empathy and all this other shit. Really, he was just waiting till the smoke cleared. He didn't want to fight Javier Fortuna. And he used the MI excuse to get out of that situation. That's exactly what happened. Let's call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want no part. He didn't want no part of Javier Fortuna. He didn't want no part of Devin Haney. But he said he'll knock him out, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who up in here. He says, Cap. What's up, Trav? What's going on, bro? You see me talking about Wilder, so I know you had to stop in and just throw some hate on it. He says, Crawford, at this point, he needs Porter to help him negotiate so he can get the PBC for his legacy. Yeah, we gonna cook on all this shit in a second, bro. We gonna cook on all this shit in a second. I'm gonna get the little light stuff out the way first. Of course, Jamel Charlo, is getting looked at with the side eye right now by a lot of boxing people. They're looking at Jamel Charlo kind of funny. And this goes back to when I was telling you guys that Jamel, if anybody should have been the best fighter in the world, it should have been his twin brother, Jamal. So I already knew what type of time Jamel was on when he said that weak ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like Jamel Charlo on some other shit. If anybody should have been the best fighter, it ain't gonna be no Canelo Alvarez over my fucking brother. When my brother and Canelo are supposed to be rivals, and you over here saying that Canelo Alvarez is the best fighter in the world, Jamel Charlo, man, he ain't shit, bro. Dude ain't shit, man. He ain't shit. But I'm still trying to get some shit together real quick right here. Then we go cook on this Spence Crawford shit. A lot of Spence fans been, going back and forth about the stuff that Spence said. And he did have a point when he said that Al Heyman makes shit happen. Because Al Heyman do be making shit happen. That is a fact. He be making shit happen, man. Bob Arum, he be bullshitting. Bob be bullshitting on the fight. He's bullshitting on getting Terrence Crawford fights. And really, it's slowing Crawford's progress down. It's slowing his career down. And it's giving guys excuses not to fight him. Now, we're hearing rumors that I'm hearing rumors that Crawford and Josecito Lopez is looking like it's on the table. I don't know how true that is. That's just what I heard. You know what I'm saying? People be saying all kinds of shit on the internet. You don't know what's real. Yeah, Lion Ryan again, bro. Lion Ryan. Yeah, he's on the internet trolling. hanging out with his girl. I mean, I ain't got no problem with that. But, you know, the shit was cap, dude. It was all cap. It was all cap. He just didn't want to fight. You says that Heyman ain't make the Bud fight happen, man. When Spence said, when I asked Heyman for the Pacquiao fight, he made it happen. Okay, but did you ask for the Crawford fight like that? You know what I'm saying? Did you ask for the Bud fight like that? Nah, you didn't. You didn't ask for that fight at all. When Crawford came to the event, oh, well, what is he doing here? And all this shit. Like, what? Dallas tried to stop him from getting to the ring. So Crawford, yeah, he's disgusted by the fight. Yeah, he don't want to deal with you no more. And now Spence, you know, it's always one of those situations to where when one guy wants something, want to fight or something, you know, one guy aggressive talking shit, the other dude really don't want no smoke. And then as soon as the dude turn his back, start walking away, the dude start talking shit again. That's what Spence is doing. That's exactly what he's doing. I don't know if I believe Spence right now. He says, I'm through with Crawford till he makes the right chessboard. Bro, listen, Mike. During this whole time, we already knew the situation with Crawford since this year began. What you mean the right chessboard? I mean, he's stuck in contract to October, bro. We all knew that. Now, it would have been beneficial to him if he was able to get one of those PBC fighters to fight him. Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they go stall him out, wait him out, and see what happens when his contract is up. Now, Crawford must make the right move when his contract is up. You know what I'm saying? He has to make the right move when his contract is up, or it's going to be looking really bad for Terrence Bud Crawford. There you go. What did he say? He says, why you guys so mad at Spence? Hey, I mean, Spence can take care of his side if he want to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told him to do that stupid ass shit. So if Pacquiao busts his shit open, I ain't trying to hear it. If Pacquiao beats his ass, I don't want to hear it, bro. Because nobody told Spence to do all that. You didn't have to do this heavy lifting. You didn't have to clean up no side of the street. Nobody told you to do that. We wanted to see you fight Bud. So now when you get into the Crawford fight, I don't want to hear no excuses that he's been through all these tough fights, the accident. I don't want to hear none of that. None of that shit happened. Because he could have been made the fight with Bud happen. But guess what? He didn't. He'd rather fight everybody else first and then save the best for last. I mean, I'll just take it as that. He's saving the best for last. If he's really serious. I don't know if I believe him. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if I believe Errol Spence. Because he say that shit every time. He said it on ESPN. He said it on Fight Hype interviews. He say all that shit. That, yeah, I'm going to make that fight. Yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, even if Crawford's on top rank, yeah, I'm willing to make the fight. And when Max Kellerman asked him, and then he turned around. Next thing you know, he talking about what Bob Arum is and all that. Bob Arum is in the way, though. Even if he ain't really in the way, he's in the way. Why? Because they like to use him as an excuse. So Bob Arum needs to get the fuck out the goddamn way. Because these guys using him as an excuse to not fight Bud. Bud is in Dubai chilling, though. But yeah, they're using that shit as an excuse not to fight him, man. A bunch of bullshit. I wonder if Pacquiao beats Spence. And it's not far from a possibility. If Pacquiao beats this dude, will Pacquiao take up the challenge to fight Crawford and then, you know, ride off to the sunset? I think that'd be it depends on how he looks in that fight and how that fight, how much that fight takes out of him. If he beats Spence relatively easy, I see Pacquiao going after Bud for that last belt. That fight would be easier to make for Bud, though, if he was with PBC. Unless Pacquiao still want that 40 ball. He says, I can't see Bud making the right moves. I have no faith. Bro, I mean, shit. We all knew for this whole year, AJ, that Bud was still locked in this contract. We had to wait this whole year. You know what I'm saying? We got to wait. He's locked in. What could he do right now? He can't get nobody to fight him anyway. You said, why the fuck is he? Who said he's entertaining the zone and MTK, bro? Who said that, Mike? Some other propaganda channels that's just jumping to conclusions and putting out false narratives so you guys can run with the shit? Who says he's out there talking to the zone? Now, I heard that he may be doing something with MTK. MTK is a management company. They got a lot of fucking money behind them. That's what Crawford needs. He needs money behind him. Because Bob and ESPN ain't dropping a bag for Bud. And that's a fact. They're not dropping a bag for him. They are not dropping that bag for him. But Spence said he gonna go over there and see what they talking about. But see, that sounded good in the barbershop. Everything sounds good in the barbershop. He says Pac go beat Spence, then Bud go whoop Pac. Hey, I can see that happening. He says if DAZN offering a bigger bag, he should entertain. No guarantee he gets the fights with PBC. That's true. It's not guaranteed he gets the fights, but that's not the right move. Going to the zone it just wouldn't be the right move. He got to go to PBC, dog. I know a lot of people. It's part of this top rank PBC, the zone war and shit. But Crawford going to have to do what's best for him. And I don't think it's staying with top rank, and I don't think it's going with the zone. I think it's either free agency or PBC. Those are the best options for Bud. If you're looking at the zone, you might as well be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got nobody over there. And what Eddie Hearn go do with you? Nothing. He can't even promote the black fighters he got over there now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I think Bob still owe Bud a fight, bro. And that's why he might end up fighting Jose Cito. That's just a rumor. You know what I'm saying? What up, Tyrese? I see you in the building, bro. You know what I'm saying? That he may end up fighting Jose Cito. I mean, fuck. That's not the fight we wanted to see. It's not. It's not a fight we really want to see, but it is a good fight. Jose Cito brings the fight. He's going to come to fight. But that's not the fight we really want to see Crawford in. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking at these other guys. Salute to Rebel Life Boxing in the building. Y'all go subscribe to my man, Rebel Life Boxing. But yeah, I'm looking at these other guys still. Like, where's the urgency? The drive to go fight Crawford. None of that shit is happening, bro. Everybody putting everything on Bud. Like, shit, man. I'm the guy that they said is the best. How come you know what I'm saying? I got to chase these motherfuckers. Dudes that lost already and shit. I got to chase losers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fans want me to chase losers. Fuck y'all. I'm about to go to Dubai and ride on doom buggies. That's what Bud said. He about to go to Dubai and ride on some doom buggies. But will Pacquiao, Spence winner, fight Bud? You know what I'm saying? That's something. I don't know. The way boxing is set up, these guys will win the third belt. One of these guys have 3 belts and act like they got them all. And then act like Crawford don't exist. I don't think Pacquiao to play that. Pacquiao wants money. I think Pacquiao fight anybody, but he wants a certain amount of money depending on the risk. He ain't stupid. He wants a lot of money to fight Crawford. Whatever the case was with Spence, maybe he got full promotion rights or some shit or something like that. You know what I'm saying? To where it makes up for what he wants to fight Spence. But whatever the case, he wants a lot of money to fight Bud. And what Crawford needs is a lot of money behind him. So that could be a reason why he's out there in Dubai. We don't really know the real reason why, but this is just people is assuming. People are assuming that he's going to sign with MTK. People are assuming that he's going to be with the zone. He could just be on vacation. He got some relations with some people out there. Maybe they talking about investing in him or something, getting him some money behind him. Crawford needs money behind him because Bob Arum ain't doing it. Bob Arum is a horrible promoter too. I understand that he's been around for 1,000 years and he's been part of some of the biggest fights in boxing. But unfortunately for him, those fighters were willing to fight each other and shit. Promoters really don't do shit. What do promoters really do? Jake Paul promoting himself, and he's doing a phenomenal job, if we're honest. So what the fuck is Bob doing? He can't even set up a deal with the people with the bag for Crawford to get these fights. You know what I'm saying? He can't even set that shit up for his boy. Like Dana White said, pay your fucking guy. Promote him. That's what you're supposed to do. You fucking, you know what I'm saying? But Bob don't be doing that shit. Yeah, I'm cooking on Bob today too. Because Bob Arum don't give a fuck. Bob Arum don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about Terrence Crawford. None of that shit. Unfortunately, Bud has to tough it out and deal with the contract situation. Unfortunately. I had some other news I want to give you guys in regards to Bud too. But yeah, Yeah, Bob Arum ain't doing shit for him. So what is he to do? Crawford is in a really bad situation politically to the point where he's going to have to go with PBC or free agency. But it might be a situation where PBC be trying to say, well, if you sign with us, we'll give you this, that, and third. But if you're a free agent, we may not give you these fights. They may play hardball with Bud. They may play hardball with him. Spence they've been playing hardball with him. Ever since he got that WBO belt, they've been playing hardball. Rebel Life Boxing says, Spence said after Pacquiao, he's going to the other side of the street if they doing. See what they doing. Yeah, I know. He said that. It sounded really good too, Rebel Life. That shit sounded so good. That's what we be wanting to hear, but we've been hearing this shit for 3 years, bro. 3 years. So Spence gonna really have to show some, like he really wants that fight. Because Crawford was 20 feet away, at his fight with Danny. Oh, what do you want to do next? Oh, I'm gonna go on my ranch. Like, what? Come on, bro. He's right there. Like, come on. That was the time to fucking really start selling that fight right there. But they need to get rid of fucking Bob Arum. Hey, I met Eddie Hearn before. And actually, he's a fucking really cool ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Cool as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I do understand when you're a promoter, you a boss man, you go make a lot of decisions that people just not go like. But Eddie Hearn, you could tell he be working, putting a lot of shit together, doing this and that and the third. But as far as promoting certain guys, he don't do a good job either. I mean, and none of these guys are good promoters. The UFC does good because Dana White promotes the brand, and they got a really good fan base. The last great promoter, well, Dana White is a really good promoter. I'll give him that. He's a good promoter. But the last really good promoter was Don fucking King, but he was a crook. So you got to kind of pick your fucking evils. Lesser of two evils and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a good ass promoter. He go sell the fuck out of a fight. He could sell water to a well, but that motherfucker go rob you blind too. You know what I'm saying? But he could sell the fuck out of a fight. But what Spence really thought, man, he was talking so good in the barbershop, y'all. And I want to believe Spence. I want to believe him. He talking about going up to 154, but what about Boots? Perfect timing, right? Rebel Life Box says, I want to know why, if he unify against Pacquiao, that he want to move up. If Crawford don't take the fight and then at least defend his title once or twice. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the weight is starting to get to Spence. You know what I'm saying? He's a big welterweight. I mean, how much longer could this dude be making that fucking weight? But at the same time, it's convenient that you found the doorway out. You know what I'm saying? You found the exit. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight Bud. See, Errol Spence fans need to put pressure on him too for that fight, man. That's one of the biggest problems. His own fan base is on some weak ass shit. They don't want the fight. And what really fucked up the fight, Errol Spence told us a long time ago that fight wasn't going to happen. We just didn't see it. What fucked up the fight is when he started putting numbers on the fight in the public. 70-30, 60-40. When he started doing all that, that's when we should have known the fight ain't going to happen. Talking about what they getting and shit. They didn't even go to preliminary negotiations yet, but we supposed to know, nah, bro, that fight wasn't going to happen. Why? Because Spence didn't want it to happen. They had a plan. They look like they sticking through with it, though. They did say they had a fucking plan. And they sticking through with it. Crawford ain't part of those plans. He could put a monkey wrench in them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Crawford ain't good for the plan. He's too tough. And he can fuck it. He ain't on a team. He ain't on a team. But whoever Crawford gets his hands on, I feel sorry for him. He gonna beat the shit out of him. Was it Jose Cito or not? Salute to Jose Cito. But see, why would they give him Jose Cito If that's true, right? Let's just say that Jose Cito rumor is true. Because it could be true. Bob is cheap. He'll pay for a cheap fight. In Crawford's last fight, he'll just pay for the cheap Jose Cito and kick him on his ass on the way out. See, yeah. Bud better not sign with Bob Arum again. I'll tell you that. He better not sign with that motherfucker again. That's part of the reason why he's going through so much bullshit right now. This is the false promises, being a loyal, guy and shit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of bit him in the ass. His loyalty bit him in the ass. His loyalty to Top Rank of Bob Arum bit him in the ass. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? It bit him in the ass. And now there's all kinds of excuses not to fight him. Guys could put a high price on the fight not to fight him, and fans go co-sign that whole shit. Fans go co-sign it. That's what happens. Fans fuck up fights today. Too much social media access. So fans can fuck up fights. He says Bud issue is he didn't sign. He should have signed, but then damn, is it a guarantee he would have got the fights anyway though? But what we do know about PBC is that Al Heyman don't make you do what you don't want to do. There's a lot of guys over there that still ain't getting no work. Hey man, Errol said a lot of things, Robert Navarro. He said get a belt. He said do this. Crawford did everything. And Sean Porter got a belt. Why would I take the easy road? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I take the easy road? I like Spence too, man. Don't get it twisted. But it's almost like two favorite basketball teams or something going in. I gotta pick a side. But Errol Spence, man, he never wanted to fight Bud like that, man. That shit, this shit, it's been fucking 3 years. 3 years. Wilder Fury about to fight a third time. It's been 3 years and these dudes still ain't fought. I think Pacquiao will fight Bud before Spence would. Pacquiao just want that money. That's it. Pacquiao fight Bud for the money. He'll get in there with a lion for the money. You know what I'm saying? But Spence, nah. I don't think he really truly believes in his star power. Because if he did, he wouldn't worry about what Crawford can draw. I'm the draw. Don't worry about it. You just show up. That's what Floyd used to say. Don't worry about none of that. I'll sell the fight. You just show up in shape. Hey, I hope I will break bread with Bud, bro. Honestly. Mike, I really do. I wish he would. You know what I'm saying? Break bread with Bud. Bud needs to be, well, he do need to be with PBC. But this is only if PBC really fully let him in. Don't be having him on the outside looking in and having him fight all these guys on the outside and shit. And, Keith Thurman and them still trying not to fight and shit. Make the fucking fight, man. Crawford knows, his team should know, everybody should know that, hey, man, you got to go to Top Rank, bro. I mean, you got to leave Top Rank. You got to. What's left for you? What's left for you? He said Bud is a clown. How is Bud a clown, bro? How is he a clown? He got millions of dollars. He's not complaining about money. One of the best fighters in the world. He's just dealing with some politics. And we in a social media age where we can actually witness this shit. Salute to H Money in the building. What's going on, bro? I wouldn't say he's a clown. A clown is Tyson Fury. That's a clown. Running around with Batman costumes and shit and trolling and saying all kinds of just cringeworthy things and being disrespectful and rude and nasty and fucked up. You says, H Money says, Josh Taylor versus Terrence next. I heard Bob wanted him to go down to 140 or something, man. But people be just saying shit just to, they be really putting clickbait on Bud's name. But yeah, I mean, that's a good fight for Bud. It'll be a lot better than Jose Cito. Even though Jose Cito is a good ass fighter, man, and I like the Riverside Rocky, but I think Taylor be the better fight. They might try to line Bud up too, though. They might try to line him up. Luckily for Crawford, he's a finisher. You know what I'm saying? He's a finisher. He go finish your fucking ass. He ain't gonna sit up in there and play around with you. He ain't gonna sit up in there and, try to protect his He gonna go up in there and fucking fight your ass. And he gonna stop you. So I don't see that fight going to the scorecards anyway. That's what Loma fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Loma fucked up. Baba line you up. He'll line you the fuck up. Like what the fuck boy name is? Joshua Clottey. That man didn't throw no punches. How you beat Miguel Cotto, but then against Pacquiao, you was a turtle. You didn't move. Like, what happened? And then he lost. We didn't see from him again. And then you hear rumors that he got paid off. You know what I'm saying? Nicholas Walters, like, just lined him up. Lomachenko lined him up. But better be careful. Bob Arum don't give a fuck about these fighters. He don't see black. He don't see white. He just see green. And you could damn near say the same for Al Heyman, too. You could damn near say the same. All these guys, they just see green. They don't see no color or nothing. But if you are a type of person like a Mexican guy, you making a lot of money, then yeah. But instead of putting in the real work and trying to promote the black fighter, which is probably the hardest fighter to sell, let's be honest. Unless he's some type of killing KO machine knockout puncher. Black fighters are a hard sell today. For whatever reason, these promoters ain't trying to put in the work to crack the puzzle or figure it out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to figure it out. Eddie Hearn talking about he gonna conquer America. No, you didn't. Nobody know who Jacobs is still. Demetrius Andrade still ain't getting no smoke. You know what I'm saying? These promoters suck, man. Also, so Josh Taylor said, Josh Taylor's a real warrior. So I'm not surprised, and I do believe it. Because he said if Crawford still need a dance partner, he'll be ready to tango. Josh Taylor's gonna go down as one of the best fighters of this era to me, at this generation. Just because of his he moves like a real fighter. He should have been an American, but he's from Scotland. But he's a bad motherfucker. I gotta take my hat off to Josh Taylor. He didn't waste no time in his career cherry picking fights, fighting bums. He started fighting top guys damn near right out the gate. Won World Boxing Super Series. Beat Jose Ramirez in a phenomenal fight. I mean, the dude is talented. He's tough. He's the toughest. He's the best guy over there to me. Why? Because he's tough. A lot of them UK guys, and there's no slight to the UK people or nothing, but they don't seem to be durable enough. And the ones that do seem tough, y'all don't support them. Y'all need to be trying to look at Conor Benn. He might be something. You know what I'm saying? They support the dudes that they be crumbling and shit. A lot of the UK fighters, they've been on a bad run, man. Them dudes been crumbling. Tyson Fury's next. They've been crumbling. He says, what about Bud saying he don't want to fight? Yeah, Bud said he don't want to fight because he tired of dealing with the bullshit, man. It's been 3 years. He told me to get a belt. Honestly, let's be real. It don't gotta be all this. This big Cold War, this political battle when it comes to terror, it don't gotta be all this. But I'm still looking at Bob Arum because people just don't like to deal with Bob Arum. I'm looking at Bob Arum because he's just in the way. His presence, his name being attached to any fight is going to be in the way. And then he do a lot of things to where people want to get his ass back. But then again, when two fighters really want to fight, it'll happen. Why? Because Wilder Fury about to fight a third fucking time. A third time. The big boys. For the big money. For a third time. But I do think if Pacquiao beats Spence, and if he comes out the fight fresh and he looks good, I think he will go after Crawford. He'll have too much momentum just to stop there. You know what I'm saying? He'll have too much. If Pacquiao looks good against Spence and beats him, I'm not saying it for the Spence guys. I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying. I think Pacquiao will ride that momentum to the Crawford fight. And it'll be a really big fight. Pacquiao finally trying to collect all the belts at this point of his career. Instead of just bouncing around and fighting at catch weights and shit. But yeah, hit that like button for your boy. You in the building. He says Water about to get his ass handed to him for a third time. You don't really believe that. Honestly, I know you deep down in your soul, you don't believe that, Trav. You don't believe it. But yeah, this is who I think. Wilder say he got a secret teammate guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, a third guy, they ain't gonna reveal it yet. You know what I'm saying? But this is who I think it is. It could be some other guys, but these are the two guys I think it could definitely be. Lennox Lewis, George Foreman. You say why? There's a lot of reasons why. Both guys got like a relationship with Wilder. Both guys took some fucking losses, some horrible losses, and had to come back from it. Now, Lennox Lewis in his fight with Rahman, he had to go to court to get that fucking rematch similar to Wilder. He had to go in court, the arbitration and all that shit to get his fucking fight with Rahman because Rahman didn't want to fight him again. He wanted to go do some other shit. For those who don't know. And George Foreman, well, we know the story. He lost against Ali and he just disappeared. But he always said that he needs Wilder. So I think it's either Lennox Lewis or George Foreman, but I'm leaning towards George being the number one guy that's gonna be the guy that's in Wilder's camp. He's probably like more of a mentor guy. You know, they're both country boys, both strong, both punchers. It's gonna be one of those two guys because he said that it's somebody that everybody know. And that's just who I think it is. But most people are like, oh man, no way, it can't be these guys. Hey, we go see. But this is who I think it is. He said he had a secret teammate that we haven't seen yet on camera. And I think it's either Lennox Lewis or George Foreman. Shit, why not? Tyson Fury coming to camps with legendary trainers, and you know, this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, back to the Spence shit. Yeah, it sounded good in the barbershop, Spence. It sounded really good, man. That shit sounded good. And it's cool you got the fight with Pacquiao. You better make the best of it because Pacquiao ain't no slouch. He's an experienced fighter. Your style isn't necessarily the most hardest thing to figure out. You're just a big, tough country boy. But, hey, we got to be careful in this. It's going to be a nervous moment for Spence fans because Pacquiao beating these young motherfuckers for some reason. Pacquiao beating them for some reason. How was Pacquiao beating these young guys? I mean, I understand Broner. Broner fell all the way off, man. I'm going to beat my guy still. That's still my guy. You know what I'm saying? But he fell off. Keith Thurman, just inactive. Pacquiao hopped on him. Spence, oh, man, I see something. I'm going to hop on him, too. He was going to fight Bud, but the money, he wanted a lot of money. That was the money. That was a cash grab for him. With the Spence fight, I could really beat him and take his belts. Pacquiao fans is back too, man. They some loyal fans, man. He got some really good fans. Pacquiao fans are some fucking good fans. They annoying as hell, but they ride or die for their guy. Ride or die for their guy. These guys are really saying that Pacquiao is going to beat Spence. A lot of people really thinking Pacquiao is going to beat him. Hey, that's a good question, Robert. Robert Navarro. Is Pacquiao asking for that $40 million? I don't know. He probably got something else. You know, he probably got something else. I don't think he got the $40 million for Spence. Nah, he can't put that high of a price on that fight. Actually stylistically, if this was a younger Pac-Man, yeah, that's stylistically, oh my God, he's a horrible matchup for Spence. Horrible. Pacquiao beat the fuck out of Margarito. Remember that? I ain't saying Margarito Spence, but he is a bigger guy. And dude's slower. And Pacquiao, that was young. I mean, I don't know. We go see. It depends on which type of Pacquiao show up, though. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao looking like an old man. Spence go run him out the ring. You know what I'm saying? But if Pacquiao got some fire left in him, he said the time off was good for him. He an older fighter, so he come up in there and put that heat on Spence. Spence taking it easy, moving on slow. See, his last few fights, these guys been kind of standing still. You know what I'm saying? Slower dudes. Danny and Mikey, like the potato brothers, Garcias, they didn't do shit, man. They were standing there. I thought he looked good though, considering he came back from the accident though. A lot of people said Spence didn't look good. They said something wrong, something off. I mean, shit, he looked good considering what he been through. But if Pacquiao comes up in that motherfucker fighting with like it's his last fight, if he got some speed, if Pacquiao is way faster than Spence and he don't fade late in the fight or no shit, he could win a decision or some shit, man. But then again, would they give Pacquiao the decision over the boxer's next golden boy and Errol Spence Jr.? Would they do that? I don't know if they'll line Errol up. They love Errol. The fans love Errol. I don't think they'll do that to Errol Spence. I don't know if they'll line him up for Pacquiao. I'm not sure. Pacquiao going out the door. But then again, Pacquiao got a lot of clout. He's a senator. He's the Superman of the Philippines. One of the greatest fighters of all time. All that shit. So would they line him up? It's crazy. Will the fight even go to decision? The Pacquiao Spence. Would they just be up in there staring at each other, just kind of bullshitting? A timid fight. Will it be a timid fight? Old Pacquiao kind of just, ain't really pulling the trigger, and Spence just kind of standing there respecting him too much. Then we get a lethargic fight. That could possibly happen too. Pacquiao not really moving. He don't see no openings. Spence ain't gonna be moving because he don't want to make a mistake and get countered. He fighting against a fast southpaw. It's gonna be a good fight. But Spence gonna have to bring out some more shit if Pacquiao got that fire in him. Because that little robotic shit he be doing, that slow shit, Spence gonna have to turn it up. Because, see, the difference with Jeff Horn's a big welterweight too, right? Arguably a middleweight. But the difference there, Jeff Horn is willing to take a fucking beating to get his hands on Pacquiao. He was willing to take them shots. Spence ain't that fighter. He ain't about to be sitting there taking them shots like that. He gonna be a little bit more strategic than a Jeff Horn. Pacquiao got a big ass head though, so Spence could probably wobble his head. He got a big head. It's gonna be a good fight. But will they fight Bud though? Are we gonna continue to let these guys leave Crawford out? Are we gonna continue blaming Bud Crawford from the situation we know he's in? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know he's gonna be in his contract to October. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the worst things that ever got out for him and his team. But now people still saying shit like, bro, okay, we know that already. But, why ain't these fights happening? Well, it could be Bob and Arum and the fact that these guys really ain't really put no urgency in making the fights. They was like, oh, well, yeah, I want to fight Crawford, but if Bob and Arum talking shit, then I don't want to fight him. And I can just use Bob as an excuse and say, well, yeah, we know the narrative. They pay attention to this shit. These fighters pay attention to what people be talking about. They do. You got to be curious of what people saying about you. That's why Errol came in the barbershop. That was a really cool gesture, too. I salute him for that. He came in the barbershop, mingled with the people and shit, the people that really support him. I respect that. That's what Bud needs to do. He needs to come in there and talk to the people that support him. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that's a boxer fan, not every boxer fan is a fucking asshole, bro. You got to connect with the people that support you, dog. That's what Errol's about to be starting to do. Connected with the people that support him. He see how they riding for Wilder hard. You know what I'm saying? Wilder supporters, man, they ride hard. And Wilder show love too. He gave his first interview to fucking 7-8. You know what I'm saying? Not even PBC. He gave it to 7-8 first. You know what I'm saying? The people that support him, the truly support him, the people that he knows that support him. Errol Spence has that. It's a lot of people that support Spence. It's gonna be a big fight, man. Really good fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pacquiao Spence is a good fight. And if Pacquiao looking good, it could be interesting. But I still got Spence winning though. Despite all that I just said, I still got Spence winning. But I'm just looking at the possibilities. He said he resigned. Yeah, he resigned, bro. I mean, fuck, it was a bad decision. And unfortunately for him, you know, a private guy like him, all that business is public. Bob Arum promised he would go get him the fight. Promised he would get the Pacquiao fight. They gave him a lot of money. They gave him a guaranteed network deal and shit like that. And then the big fights didn't fall through. He was comfortable at home. You know what I'm saying? They was offering him this and they promised him that. Didn't fall through. He should have just, I don't know. Maybe he should have went to PBC. Maybe he should have went to PBC, but maybe he's not part of PBC's plan. But unfortunately for them, Crawford exists. And if Spence wants to be undisputed, I mean, why not go try to get that last belt? You know, if you do beat Pacquiao, let's say Spence beats Pacquiao and he goes to see what Top Rank is talking about, then what did you when you go see what they go talk about, are you gonna make the fight this time? Or is it about that time, about around that time, Crawford contract gonna be almost up? His contract gonna be almost up. So if he decides to go over to PBC, then what you gonna say? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be interested to see what happens. Crawford definitely needs to be looking at PBC though, because that's where all the work is at. They got nowhere to run, nowhere to fucking hide. I kicked the motherfucking door down. The big bad wolf is here. You know what I'm saying? That's what he needs to do. And we go see if the other big bad wolf, Errol Spence Jr., go stand his ground. So Crawford gonna have to make the move to PBC or be free agent and see what they offering. See what they offering him. But he was in Dubai for a reason. He's in Dubai for a reason. Actually, I've been seeing rumors that he is leaving Top Rank. But hey, who knows? We heard this before. Like we heard many things before when it comes to this boxing shit. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. We just cooking right now on is Pacquiao Spence winning on the fight, Bud. Of course, we already spoke about the Wilder. Who I think his secret teammate is. I think it's Lennox Lewis or George Foreman. One of those two guys. I could be wrong, but I'm really thinking it's one of those guys. And Ryan Garcia was on some punk shit, man. We need to really be getting on his ass for that, man. You know what I'm saying? See, people too scared to attack people that you like to use that excuse. You know what I'm saying? People too scared of that shit, man. That was really, really weak of Ryan Garcia from pulling out of that Javier Fortuna fight. He needed that type of fight. Maybe they felt he was moving too fast. Whatever, man. Just say that. But will the Pacquiao Spence win a fight Bud next, man? Will he leave Bud out on the outside looking in? See, the fans ain't helping. The hardcore boxing fans don't help. We supposed to, at the end of the day, we all supposed to be like, look, we want to see these fights. We don't give a fuck why. We don't care about none of that. Make it happen. If all the fans was on that page, then I think it'd be a little bit different. But you got these guys pay attention to what the people be saying, and they see fans be on that punk shit, so they go co-sign and ride with it. Hey, I agree, AJ. ASAP, bro. ASAP. Don't even think twice. Soon as your time, bro, get out. Get out. There's no way. No way. No way, bro. Top Rank just, it ain't what it do. Rebel Life Boxing says, I had Manny winning. To be honest, since I know he back with Blu-ray, we raised chances a bit. Oh, yeah, he is back with Blu-ray, ain't he? I mean, let's talk about Blu-ray real quick, man. A lot of people like to bring up Blu-ray. Is Blu-ray really the difference for Errol Spence Jr.? That's the question. Is Blu-ray Is he really? Does he really make? Is he really going to make a difference for Errol Spence? Hey, his workouts look vicious as a motherfucker though. His workouts is vicious though. But is he really the reason why Spence hasn't been getting stoppages? I think it's because Spence is a big welterweight. He's been cutting a lot of weight and he's draining us. I think if he goes to 154, we'll see a fresher Errol Spence. That's more than his natural weight, 154. I mean, come on, you 30 something years old, you still fighting at 140 something pounds. You know what I'm saying? You've been there for that long? How? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine being that light. 147? Damn. You says Errol Thomas says, I tell you one thing, if Manny was to beat Spence, Crawford will be guaranteed a Manny fight. I hope. I hope. I think look, like I said earlier in the stream, I don't know if you caught it, but if Pacquiao looks good and beats Spence and he comes out of that fight, he looks good, and I think he got a lot of momentum, I think he'll go right into a Crawford fight. Because he had too much momentum to stop there. The fans is gonna be supporting him. Pacquiao fans is coming back. They already coming back. You know what I'm saying? And if Pacquiao beats Errol Spence Jr., which would be a huge, huge notch on his fucking belt. I mean, you damn near got to put him over Floyd if he come. I mean, even if Floyd beat him, I mean, you got to look at it like, damn, this dude at 40 something, he beat Errol Spence. God damn. Then if you look at Floyd, he's fighting Logan Paul. You damn near got to put Pacquiao damn near over Floyd. Just if he beats Spence. I mean, I'm just saying. Even though he's hopping on Spence due to, they see something. They see something off in him. And Blu-ray go make sure that Spence go be in the best shape of his fucking life, man. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. But will Spence be able to take Pacquiao punches too? Pacquiao still got his power, if anything. He may have lost some of his speed and his explosiveness, but his power is still there. And if he's fast enough to actually keep up with Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman's probably the fastest top welterweight. I think he's if he still got the speed since that fight, he gonna be a tough night for Spence, man. It could be a tough night for Spence if Spence ain't letting his hands go and shit. That high guard shit and that stepping back shit ain't too good against Pacquiao, man. He can punch moving forward with them crazy angles. He'll hit you right on your shit. You don't even see where the punch came from. His arms are short. You know what I'm saying? He's dashing in, feet all in the air and shit. Like, you gotta be careful. He got an awkward style. Spence is a very textbook, straight up and down boxer. Really good fundamentals, strong, good intangibles, just good everything. Spence is like that character on Fight Night that's like all well rounded and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good fight. I still think Bud beats both of them, though. I think Bud beats both of them. And I think that's why these guys are stalling Bud out. They're keeping him on the outside. They're using the politics to beat him down. Fans co-signing the weak shit, and it's working. So Bud said, you know what, I'm about to go to Dubai and get the fuck up out of here. I'm living too good to be worried about the bullshit. I'm in Dubai. I'm a motherfucker from Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm in Dubai riding doom buggies. Fuck what y'all talking about. But no, they need to make these fights, though. Crawford do need to put his stubbornness aside if Errol Spence Jr. is sincere and honest in the barbershop, if he's at least telling the truth in the barbershop, Bud needs to come to the table and make the fight with him. Stop bullshitting. Because these guys respected each other early on. But as the years went on, that respect started to, you saw it just slowly disappear. You know what I'm saying? They respected each other and shit early on. You know what I'm saying? They need to get back to that and make the fucking fight stop playing for it's too late. But yeah, man, hit that like button for your boy. I've been here for almost an hour. Thank you guys for stopping in, man. I appreciate everybody in the building. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.